Morning folks, Good Fly 1 here this morning. I guess you'd call this a bit of a rant video. I've been trapping for quite a few years, and I've always shipped my furs to North American fur auctions. But this year I'm very disappointed in service provided by North American Fur Auctions. I shipped my furs on January the 6th, 2018. And like most trappers from Newfoundland, I'm watching the computer to see when my furs show up on my account, and so I can see how they're graded, and then when the auction comes on, I watch the auction and I watch for my furs to sell. I watched looked right up until just before the auction, and my furs never showed up on my account. So I contacted North American Fur Auctions and was told that the furs shipped late, therefore they never made it there in time and wouldn't be going into February auction. From the time I shipped my furs till I made contact with them was 7 weeks. Now that's a long time for furs to get from Newfoundland to Ontario. I think we could have walked there and carried them there just as quick. But I was told that they would not go in the auction because they didn't make it there in time. Now I've since found out that that was a lie. The woman who told me that let it slip on the phone with my brother that the furs were never ever going into February auction. They were there in the warehouse in plenty of time for the auction, but they weren't slated to go into February auction. They're not going into auction till May. Now she told me that they wouldn't make it, they never made it there in time to make the auction. That wasn't true. They were there in plenty of time for the auction. They could have been graded and they could have went into February auction, but they did not. And the woman from North American lied to me and said that it was a shipping issue, but it wasn't. They were never slated to go in the auction for February. They were slated for the May auction. That means that every fur that was shipped from Newfoundland by Newfoundland trappers to North American Fur Auctions never got a chance to go into February auction. They were left for the May auction. Now if we didn't want our furs to go into February auction, we wouldn't have shipped till the next shipping. So I'm not part of the Newfoundland Trappers Association. I should be. That's my fault, my bad. But if you are, I would urge you to bring this to the attention of the association. I don't think it was right for North American Fur Auctions to do this to us. We send our furs there. We take all the time in the world to do the best job we can with preparing our furs and drying our furs and brushing them and combing them and packaging them up nice and sending them there, only for them to not even put them in the auction. I don't think this was right. I really don't think this was right. So as for me, Good Fly 1, I am not going to ship to North American Fur Auctions no more. I'll ship to their competition out of pure spite because they lied to me, flat out lied to me and told me that the furs never made it there in time, but I know they did. And like I said, the woman who was in charge of the Eastern District, she let that slip on the phone with my brother. So North American Fur Auctions won't be getting any more furs from Good Fly 1. Anyhow, that's the end of my rant. Like I said, if you're a member of the Newfoundland Trappers Association, I strongly urge you to bring this to their attention. Like I said, I don't think that if they're going to show us so little of respect, not even put our furs in the auction or not even offer them up, I don't think we should ship to them. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and maybe we can do something about this. Maybe nobody will ship in Newfoundland will ship to North American Fur Auctions if they're going to be like this and treat us like this. Anyhow, Good Fly 1 out. Take care, folks, and we'll see you next season.